Choosing your peace, it will make you lonelier before it makes you stronger. And no one talks about that part of healing, boundaries, and mindset growth. So we're going to get into it today. Not the pretty version of healing, the honest version. Because when people talk about healing and personal growth, they skip one part almost every time, the lonely part. People online, they can tell you to protect your peace. They tell you to choose yourself. They tell you to set boundaries so you can heal and build a healthier mindset. All of that sounds good. Strong, empowering. What they do not always tell you is what actually happens after you do it. People pull back. Access changes. Conversations, they slow down. The calls and text messages come less often. Some relationships shift. Some relationships end. Instead of feeling powerful, you feel like something is wrong with you. You start looking at your life and you ask yourself quiet questions. Did I push too hard? Was that too harsh? Did I change too much? Was the old version of me easier to like? You start to wonder if choosing yourself was a mistake. Let me tell you the truth that usually shows up later in a conversation. What you are losing in this season is not love. You are losing misuse. You are losing the access people had to drain you. You are losing relationships that only worked when you had no limits. You are losing situations that depend on you to overgive, over-explain, and over-sacrifice. Those connections were never healthy. They were just familiar. There's a big difference. Boundaries do not push away healthy people. Boundaries reveal unhealthy ones. Let's pause right there, because I know something about loneliness and silence that most people do not. In 2008, I lost part of my hearing in both ears. Imagine sitting in a room with people you love. They're laughing, they're talking, they're sharing life experiences, and all you can hear are fragments, muffled words, sounds that fade in and fade out, like small waves crashing and disappearing on a beach. That's a different kind of loneliness. Not the kind you can fix by just jumping in a conversation. The kind that sits with you even when you're surrounded by all the noise. So I got hearing aids. I thought that would fix everything. They made it 40 times harder for me. More noise, more overwhelm, less connection. I share that because when you set boundaries and your life suddenly gets quiet, you panic. You think something's wrong with you. You think you need to fix it by going back to those old patterns. The same way I thought these little hearing aids would fix my isolation. But here's what I learned. Some loneliness does not need to be fixed. It needs to be understood. And once you stop fighting it, once you sit with it, you realize something. You're stronger than you thought you were. That silence after boundaries is not punishment. It's not proof you failed. It's a transition. If anyone understands transition, it's someone who has had to learn how to live in a world that does not sound or look the same anymore. Because familiar, even when it hurts, still feels safe. Your body got used to chaos and called it connection. Your nervous system got used to you being the strong one, the dependable one, the rescuer, the one who bends so everyone else can stay comfortable. So when you finally choose you, your body does not clap for you right away. It panics. It feels like abandonment. It feels like rejection. It feels like you did something wrong. You sit in a quieter house. Your phone's not buzzing like it used to. The group chat, it went on without you. That family member that always needed rescued stopped calling. That silence feels loud. Here's what I want you to hear. That silence is not proof that you messed up. That silence is proof of the old patterns being broken. Loneliness in this season is not failure. It's definitely a transition. It is your life reorganizing itself around a healthier you. It is your peace learning to breathe without constantly fighting to survive. It is your boundaries clearing space so healthier love and healthier connections can exist later. Think about that friend who only called when they needed something. When your yes changed, so did their interests. That was not love. That was access. Think about being a family peacemaker. When you finally stop explaining, smoothing, rescuing, they called you difficult. They were not used to you being healthy. They were used to you being available. Boundaries did not ruin those relationships. They revealed the truth of those relationships. Same thing happens at work. You stop burning yourself out, and suddenly, you're less helpful. And it's not because your character changed, but because you stopped sacrificing yourself. This is the messy middle of growth. You choose healing, you choose peace, you choose boundaries. Then life, it gets quiet. The people that fall back, the old identity melts. Most people run back to their old habits because loneliness hurts more than familiar pain. Hear me. Loneliness in this season is not punishment. It's a hallway. You are not meant to live there. You are meant to walk through it. Power, it does not come at the beginning. Power comes after the doubt, after the grief, after your nervous system settles down. Power, it shows up when you sit in your quiet and feel peace instead of panic. Power shows up when you shift from I'm scared to lose these people to I refuse to lose my damn self again. Power shows up when you would rather be alone and peaceful than surrounded and anxious. That is when boundaries stop feeling like a wall and start feeling like a door that only opens for what is healthy. This part of healing does not get enough attention. Healing is not always louder and brighter. Sometimes healing is quieter, more selective, more protective of your heart, your time, and your mind. Sometimes healing looks like fewer people, but deeper connection. Sometimes healing looks like spending Friday nights with your own thoughts and not feeling empty. Sometimes healing looks like knowing who you are even when no one's clapping. Your boundaries are not destroying your life. They are editing it. They're removing roles you were never meant to carry forever. They are closing draining chapters. They are replacing chaos with clarity. They are trading emotional exhaustion for emotional safety. I say this as someone who has lived life as the strong one. Strong, capable, kind, but finally choosing to be strong for me too. So if you are in that lonely stage right now, I'm talking to you. Hold on. Hold on. Do not go back to being over available just so you don't have to feel alone. Do not shrink yourself to fit in environments you knew you outgrew 20 years ago. Do not apologize for choosing peace. You are not losing yourself. You are finally choosing yourself. And choosing yourself is not selfish. It's self-respect. It's maturity. It's personal growth in real time. There will be a day when loneliness lightens. There will be a day when your circle is smaller but safer. There will be a day when the people around you respect your limits and value your peace. On that day, you will not miss the version of you who tolerated everything just to avoid being alone. Boundaries feel lonely before they feel powerful. But once that power does settle in, you will never trade it again. If this message reached you today, I want you to check in down in the comments. I'll be waiting. Are you in the lonely stage right now, the grieving stage, or are you starting to feel that powerful stage where peace finally makes you feel like you're at home? Tell me where you are, because you are not walking in this journey by yourself. We'll talk soon.